So we're going to take a 14 millimeter. We're going to rotate it counterclockwise to loosen the tension on the belt itself. Also, we'll be placing a dowel pin to keep it from over rotating when it releases tension. Okay. Ratchet attached, and you're going to pull to the left, and it will release the tension on the belt. And all you have to do is slip it off slowly. And it should come off like so. And you can release tension. Tiny micro cracks, if you can see them. That's just from normal weathering and driving. We're just gonna go ahead and replace it anyway. Keep this as a trail spare just in case. So I laid it out to try to compare the lengths. Looks about the same. Also today I'll be removing the number 1 idler pulley and the number 2. I believe the number 2 are the upper ones and the number 1 is on the bottom, and also the idler tension pulley. All these may or may not need to be replaced, but it's a good idea to do it all at the same time. So for this number 1 idler pulley, you'll notice that I do have a cheater bar on it, and definitely you will need that to break it loose. I tried it with just the short hand socket ratchet, and it was real tough, so, and it will break loose. Alright. Number 1 idler pulley we're going to replace with the Gates 36174. You can see that the diameters are similar. Other than a little dollop of anti-seize. You don't have to do that, but it's a good idea. And always make sure to torque your bolts. It's rated for 40, but I put a little bit of anti-seize on it, so I'm going to torque it just a little bit looser. Wait for that click. So 1 down and 3 more to go. Upon removing it, there's a lot of dusty goodness coming out. Now I have found my bad bearing here. Originally I was kind of getting a slight knife sharpening noise. Kind of sound like a very high-pitched whine, but it wasn't exactly loud. Now you can see that if this was off even just a tad bit, maybe it was constantly grinding a little bit of this dust. And replace it with the Gates 36173. A washer piece that went inside. I'm just going to replace it on top of the aftermarket one, because the aftermarket one didn't come with it. That we can go ahead and drop that on top here and the bolt through it. And we're going to go ahead and bolt it back in. So I saved the idler tensioner pulley for last because it is righty loosey and I actually don't know how that's gonna go yet. Looking at the Gates kit pulley from the tensioner that they included, it seems like where it mounts flush to bearing itself. It looks like it may be 2 to 3 millimeters off. I'm hoping it's not too much. I'm gonna go and bolt it up anyway, see how it looks, and test fit the belt up. You can hear on my aftermarket bracket I mounted my OEM pulley, and it kind of sounds bearing noise, so hopefully this will relieve any noises that I had originally. Check for tension on the main tension pulley. Unfortunately mine doesn't lock in the opposite direction, so I tightened it the opposite direction, and then I'm checking it with the torque wrench in the opposite direction. It should be over 25 foot-pounds, about 27 for the main tension pulley. Now that I got all the pulleys replaced, it's time to put the belts back on, opposite to how we took it off. Remember the fun we had slipping the belts past the radiator fan? Yeah, so we're gonna be doing that right now. At this time, I'll post a picture of how the belt orientation goes for around these pulleys. Just finished tightening the Anno pulley with the belts on. That didn't hurt.